Hello guys, good evening. I'm gonna do the market close update. This is gonna be just a short video in case you missed the live stream that was quite long, that was over an hour, or if you missed any of the previous videos. It's not gonna cover everything, but I'm gonna give you in a nutshell the decisions I have taken today, why I took them, and what could come next. So that's gonna be the focus for tonight. If you want more detail, watch the other videos. As you can see here, we have exit from the bottom of the range. That at the moment has a body of the daily candle below the bottom of the range, because the bottom is 90.7 and at the moment we are priced at around 88k, and that is very close to the support of the global RSI, the red line that we can see in there, and slightly below the bottom of the range on the volume profile. So let's analyze this. If we were to recover before midnight, let's say in the next 3 hours, we manage to take back 90.7, that will be kind of a miracle by now, but that will be extremely bullish. It will be pretty much like this area on 13th of January, where we reclaim the bottom of the range and then immediately we put an all-time high after that at 109. I think it's difficult to get there at the moment, because we're at 88k, so we need to go 2k to almost 3k up at the moment to recover. Not impossible, but quite difficult, I have to say. And there's been big volume on this breakdown, so I'm expecting somewhere in here to see a little bit more downside, to be fully honest. And I have already entered in a position at 87.1, and I'm gonna discuss the reasons for that. I like to have at this area exposure to the market in case we see a move up. I have used around 10% of capital for that, and I'm leaving the rest and my decision still open for what comes after this. And that means that I might not necessarily enter at 80, or I might decide to enter at 78. All of that depends on what comes next. Things that really matter, that took me, that made me decide why to enter in here, is because we have done a full reset of the daily RSI in the longer term. If you look at this, apologies because it's going to look very difficult to understand, but this is the whole RSI across the full bull market, and you can tell that we have not just gone beyond the red line support that we are holding since August last year, but also we took the percentile, the lowest level based on statistics, and at the moment we are just 2 points below it. I think 2 points, so 30 is the support and we are at 28. So if those two levels come back up and we reclaim it, I think it's 31 actually. If we go 3 points up to 31, we reclaim the daily support. And it's not as bullish as if we reclaim the trading volume on the range in here and we go to 91, of course, but that is already something. That it's at the moment priced at around 88.77. And I think we have already tried to do that, if I remember right, in the price action today. But we have failed. We had a rejection from that level so far. So far it's not happening. On the cross-V ratio, we are getting very close to the green on the daily. The last time we were there was around July 2024. So pretty much in an area of summer, which is now what we are seeing in here, price action doing similar things. That bearish things are looking. And on the MACD daily as well, we confirm a bearish crossing here. And so you might be wondering why you enter. Well, I enter because of the daily support. So that event doesn't happen very often, and I have to have exposure to that regardless of how much extreme fear there is now in the market. Triple. Let's go to the 4 hour and let's see why as well I enter on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we have this yellow line on the RSI everything on mobile is going to be more difficult to see, so I encourage you to watch my earlier videos, even the live stream if you have time. You can see that we have pinched this since October, and these are like 700 candles of holding this trend line. And I decided to enter when we were very close to this, very close to the yellow line in there, after having taken everything, global support, PNR, and then getting to the last line in the sand at an RSI of 16, 17, I think I entered. So that's why I'm doing that. Cross-V ratio was in the green already. I'm not saying we are not going to go for lower, but I'm expecting as well that there can be some sort of rally into resistance, at the very least into 91. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to exit there or anything, but I expect some move in here to the upside. Having clarified that, let's go into the rest of the charts, and I want to show you other reasons why I took that long. In case we go to those levels and you want to enter and follow it, that's your call, your risk, your decision. Funding rates were negative a little bit earlier before I enter, but that's already a great signal. The longs have been at record highs in here. This is like a double-edged sword, because if you enter with the longs too high at a low, it can revert the price. So that's the positive side. But having too many longs can also crash them big again. And that's why I enter with low leverage, so my position cannot be really liquidated now. I'm just ready to deploy more funds in case we get a large move down. But if not, we could be seeing in here a big bounce, because we have seen bounces that are pretty significant just with these two signals. And those two signals, now we need to overlap them with the fear and greed index being in extreme, the 4-hour doing something that it hasn't done since October, the 1-hour time frame doing something that we haven't done in a long time. So it's just the weekly now that it hasn't fully reset. The weekly needs to get to 80K to reset. But Bitcoin loves to disappoint when everybody's waiting 80K. That's why I enter with some cash in here. Let's look at the rest one, the bid and ask, and then I'm done for today, because I've been in so many videos today already. All right, so at the area where I was interested in buying, the bidding was already at 0.2, then it peaked again at 0.2 in this area in here, and that's more or less when I entered. After that, we went slightly lower at 85.9, and that's around 1K below my entry price, and then we've been to almost 89K, and that is pretty good. That's almost 2K above my entry price. Not taking profit that is too early. I'm just waiting to add more if we go lower. And that is the update for today. It's very short, as you can see. If you want more detail, the rest of the videos, hit the like, subscribe, write down a comment below. And I'll see you tomorrow early in the morning with a similar update like this. That's why you're subscribed. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.